and welcome to our beautiful and historic Orpheum Theater. What a thrill it is to have you all here tonight. Well, tonight is a very special night for us at the Orpheum and for other organizations here in this community. Before we get started, I have a couple of things I'd like to say. Tonight we have some very special people in our audience, and one of them, and first of all, I always forget to announce myself. I'm Jennifer Wright with the Orpheum Theater. And I'm the new president. But there's someone here I'd like to acknowledge tonight, and that is Mary Eves, who is our longtime president for more than 10 years, who dedicated her life to this theater. We all owe her a great deal of gratitude. In addition to Mary, there are another group of individuals in this audience tonight that without tonight wouldn't be possible. That is the Grumpy Old Men. Tonight's performance is possible because of the Grumpy Old Men. And before we get started, I would like to announce the Chief Grump. You all know him, Mr. Charlie Stark.
Hey, before we get started, I'd like to see the Grumpy Old Men. Would you guys all stand up for a moment? Come on, guys. Come on, look at that. By the way, for those who don't know, the Grumpy Old Men are a group of civic-minded individual men, of course. Not all are grumpy, some are not grumpy too much, but they're all old. And we like to support the local charities, the local venues, the local service organizations, and we do so about 3 times a year. And we have given away, since we started a couple of years ago, over $300,000. Josh Groban called a while ago. He said he'd like to be here, but he was working tonight. Think about that now.
Did you write that, Jason?
Anyway, before we go any further, I want to introduce one of the Grumpy Old Men, Justice Fugate. Now, Justice is probably the grumpiest of all of them. He wants to make a presentation, and so if you please welcome Justice Fugate.
Lordy, Lordy, who would ever follow Charlie? Our founding grump and impresario extraordinary. A man who devotes his life to doing good while having fun. Thank you, Charlie, and the Grumpy Old Men for your generous gift.
Maybe that was what you were going to say. I wasn't sure I was going to do
At Botanica, we are growing a garden this city will continue to be proud of. See today's eagle about our new Downing Children's Garden. Please come forward, Steve Hawk, President of the Botanica Board of Trustees, and Marty Miller, our Executive Director. Welcome them.
I can't see any of you, but I know you're there. I can hear you. And I'm not near as old as these guys yet. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the members and the staff of Botanica, we are most grateful for this gift. Without this gift, we can't do the things that we're trying to do. Botanica is an entertainment venue, much like the Orpheum, and we must continually reinvent ourselves, and your gift will help us do that. Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce Marty Miller. Marty's our Executive Director. Marty is the visionary behind many of the changes at Botanica, and he has a few words for you too. Thank you, Steve. I thought you were going to roast me because they had warned me that Steve was going to say a lot of crazy things, but he didn't. So thank you, Steve. That was very nice. But anyway, Botanica and the building of the Downing Children's Garden couldn't be possible without the help from the entire community, and especially we appreciate this gift from the Grumpy Old Man. And I got an application in my pocket for the Grumpy Old Man. They're trying to recruit me. But anyway, the Downing Children's Garden will open July 2nd. And it's going to not only be great for kids, but it's also going to be great for us older kids. Because there's a tree house there that all of you would have dreamed about having when you were a kid. And it's perfect because we can get up there. And it's going to be absolutely great. And it's a beautiful place to bring your kids, grandkids, and neighborhood kids. But it's not just for kids, it's for the entire family. And we certainly appreciate this gift, and thank you all for coming to see the show tonight. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you very much. Next, I want to introduce Doug Stark, happens to be my son, who also is a big brother. And he is here to make a presentation to the Big Brothers.
I'm honored to have been asked to give this donation to Big Brothers because, as my dad said, for 15 years I mentored a young man named Chris Ashburn. And any of you in the audience who have either gone to independent school or currently go to collegiate, you know that Chris is now the principal at Collegiate. Wow. So that turns out to be one of the major accomplishments of my life. In any case, this is Mark Eby, and Mark is the COO and Executive Director of Big Brothers. And I'm going to hand him a check now for $10,000 from the company.
And the 6,500 kids that we serve here in Kansas, this will make a huge difference to them. We are still the second largest Big Brothers Big Sisters agency in the world right here in Kansas. And that absolutely. And thanks to everybody, Doug and everybody else who has ever mentored a child. It's because we have people that are willing to come out and volunteer on our behalf. It's not because of the need. It's because Kansans are so willing to volunteer and help kids. So on behalf of those 6,500 kids and the 30,000 that we've helped over the years, thank you, and thanks to the Grumpy Old Man for your support.
Could Wayne Bryan come out, please? Wayne is the artistic director, chief cook and bottle washer, whatever. Anyway, you've done a wonderful job with this. We're very proud of you, and it's a great boon to Wichita, Kansas.
Thank you.
And here's a check for $10,000.
This is just tremendous. As Music Theater starts our 40th anniversary season, we thank you on behalf of our board, our staff, our cast, our crew, and all of those young people who will be putting on the shows this summer. This makes a huge difference, so thank you so very much.
Before I hand the microphone back to Jennifer, I have an envelope for her as well. It's costly to bring in actors and performers like Martin Short. It's very costly, but they do a fantastic job. Tonight, Grumpy Old Men are supporting Martin Short in this performance with the Orpheum for $20,500.
directors, the staff, and volunteers, we cannot thank you enough. We literally cannot do what we do without your support and without the support of everyone in this auditorium tonight. Thank you very much. And now, for tonight's show, what a thrill it is to have such a comic legend, you know him, the comic actor and comedian, Mr. Martin Short.
Hello, it's Liz here, and I'm... Would someone tell Jorge to turn off that leaf-hour? The leaves stay where God meant them to be! Everybody, hand up! Hand up! Stick 'em up! This is a hold-up! I said stick 'em up! You see this? Do you know what this is? It's a grenade! And I'm pulling the pin, so no funny business. As a senator from New York, I worship the idea of preserving wildlife and the matchless beauty of nature. Though I'm a hot one to talk, Bill claims I am allergic to anything. Oh my!
The crowd is literally buzzing with excitement as Mr. Rogers, representing Bill Buckley's team, enters the ring. He prepares to face the heavyweight favorite, Julian Chuck, the French champion.